What is up, guys? It is Grease Factory 16. How are you doing? I just wanted to make a video about NHL17, the pros and cons. This is all my opinion, no one else's. You can criticize me all you want. I don't really care. So let's get right into it. CS rankings and HUT rankings. I feel like HUT rankings are bullshit. Some of the top guys are really good. They have 1,000 wins, 100 losses, 200 losses. That's great. There are other guys who have like 1,200 wins and 900 losses, and they're like 39th, 40th in the world. That's bullshit. I'm 1,000 wins, 300 losses-ish. I'm like 38th. It's okay, but I feel like it should be more like the CS rankings where you beat somebody ahead of you, you get some points. You lose somebody ahead of you, you lose points. It's just like CS. It leads me right into goalie records. Goalie records at the beginning of the game, everybody backs out if you have a good goalie record. You never know, like, if that person is actually good, if they've played a ton of offline games and won a lot. So I feel like the goalie record should just be the goalie records of that goalie in the NHL the previous season. I know other people feel this way. I think that would just eliminate a lot of goalie record quits, a lot of goalie record watching. That leads me right into first minute quits. Now, I have first minute quits. I'm sure you first minute quit. Everybody first minute quits if they get scored on. Some people first minute quit if they get a penalty. I feel like if you get a penalty or get scored on in the first minute and quit, you get the loss. Is it going to screw me sometimes? Sure, but it'll make me not quit that first minute. Aussie made a video about not quitting because when you get scored on the first minute, I think it was Aussie anyway, and this is why, and there was a ton of him being down a goal or two and then coming back. Granted, he's pretty good, so whatever. Offsides. I get pushed offsides all the time, but worse than that is when I'm skating down the ice, busting down, full turbo, and my computer just goes offsides. Not that I made a move at the blue line, but they just go offsides. EA needs to fix this because sure, it happens in real life from time to time, but not as much as in the game. That goes the same with whiffing. I've used 99 Chara, 97 Pronger, 98 Niedermeyer, like a ton of good defensemen, and there's way too many whiffs. Granted, it is timing, but if you've played me, if you know me, you've watched me, I do a lot of D-to-D one-timers, and there's just way too many whiffs. I don't feel like my timing is that far off. Player changing. Just today, guy cut down the boards. I was my defenseman, missed him. Went to switch to the other defenseman to cut over a little to try to block the pass, and it changed me to the guy up by the blue line. EA needs to fix this. Apparently in Madden there's a way you can pick who you want, whatever. There needs to be something where you can decide who you want to go to. Seamless puck pickups. In the beta, they were amazing last year. Amazing. They picked up everything. Then it's like EA turned up the suck. Regular time during the game, it was fucking terrible. You can knock a guy down, he gets right back up. They say they fixed it, they didn't do shit. That's what it seems like anyways, because I would ruin guys and he'd get right back up, get the puck. Also, I would get ruined, get right back up, get the puck. Sorry, in real life, that doesn't happen. Not nearly as much as in the game anyway. I have my defensemen on their off hands. I constantly find that my defensemen are switching, and for no reason. It's not like I rush the puck up with them on the opposite hand or something like that. They need to be able to stay on their sides where they belong. Icing races. Can't tell you how many I've beaten and they've been called icing. Running into my own guy. It's like when you're skating up the ice, they just stop right in front of you. Like, at least EA, try to make them move out of the way or something. Elbowing and cross-checking penalties. You can't even do anything. Like, you crush a guy, you think it's a good hit, and then boom, elbowing. Cross-checking. Oh, let's not forget the interference tie-up penalty in front of the net off a face-off. That's fucking bullshit, too. If you have a defenseman or a forward playing D, I believe it is, and you're on the penalty kill or power play, they'll just stand by the bench. Like, just stand there until the puck comes near them, then they'll move. Same thing goes with the defenseman floating away from the play. On a 2-on-1, if you step up with one guy and miss, the other guy's floating far away. I get that EA is trying to make him, block that passing lane, but they need to keep him in the middle of the ice. Glitch traps, that was on the list. Apparently they fixed it. Draft Champions was a great idea, but they didn't update it. It was horribly executed this year. I know it was a test year, whatever. That's fine. Let's see. My thought is I want to call it D1 Elite. So let's say you win 20 D1 titles or something. You get put into another bracket where you get better rewards. You get better things because you've won so many D1 titles. You're clearly a good D1 player. You know, I feel like they should make a new ranking system-ish that way. And then the top guys can play the top guys and get better. Once you make it up there, it's like another level of D1. Well, that's just what I think. The pros for this year. Now, I only started playing online in 16, but I've played a lot. I'm old, so I played a lot growing up and everything. The pros that I saw this year were the new modes. We had draft champions this year. That was super fun. It was a great idea. You could get free players just by playing a lot of games, which kind of sucked, but if you did it right, we found a way to get around it with the coach lock. That was awesome. Ishol was a major upgrade this year from last year, and it looks like in 18 it's going to be an even bigger upgrade. We have 3s in 18, but that's neither here nor there. For 17, Ishol was great, I thought, with the customization that they gave you. You could customize your player, your celebration, your rank. It was great. That was awesome, and I'm glad that they're still improving upon that. Another good thing I thought were the DC rewards. Like I said, you get free players just for playing. If you don't want to spend money, you can still have 3 92 players on your team. Granted, you know, Manny, Malhotra, Grossman, and Emery weren't the best, but Malhotra and Emery could give you halfway to Team Wheel, and that was always one of the most sought-after synergies this year. That leads me into synergies. Synergies, I thought, were incredible. Yes, I missed the captain and assistant captain cards, but that's visually. I don't really care about the +2 for that one player, because if I activate a team synergy, I could have +3 for everybody for 4 different things. So I thought that them introducing synergies was great. It also made you use players that you wouldn't normally use just to try out to get that synergy activated, and I thought that was fucking pretty cool. Let's talk about the gift of giving rewards. Paul Bissonnette, I mean, he's good at hitting, and that's, you know, that's good. We got a free Mike Richards, and you got a free Eichel, Tatar, Panarin, Malkin, whoever you got. Last year, they gave us 99 John Scott, and that was it. We didn't get, like, free gift to give. We didn't get that stuff. Okay, so for them to just give us a free Mike Richards, who is said to be a 95, but he's more like a 98, I thought that was pretty cool. They gave us, if you were an EA Rewards member, a free 98 Team of the Year Tarasenko as well. Those 2 guys alone, plus Malhotra, Grossman, Emery, and Biz, is a full line of free players. So if you're free to play, that's great. CS rewards. Yeah, the top guys get the top stuff, and they were IP booters and blah, blah, blah. They seem to have weaned all those guys out, but you still got free packs, free stuff from EA, which last year, I don't remember getting much, like, good free stuff anyway. They added in the, oh my god, what's it called? The Healing and Contract Pack, which I thought was great. It's a pack you can buy. You always know what you're going to get. It's going to be a bunch of contracts and a couple healing cards. And that way you don't have to scour the market and buy a bunch of contracts for so many, whatever. You can just buy a quick pack, 8 contracts, boom, you're good. Sets. They have put out a new set almost monthly, if not more, which has been amazing. There's been Movember sets, All-Star sets, Free Agent sets, Draft Pick sets. I mean, it's amazing how many different sets they've put out. The content that they have put out this year is tenfold more than last year, and I can only hope that in 18 it's going to increase even more. There was a Mayday set that we got that it was, you know, whatever, but it was another free thing that EA gave us. There's a Giving Backpack that they gave us. The Heroes, the Legends, there was, I think they might have overdone it on a couple Legends, giving them a bunch of cards, but there was still more than enough cards to give out. The Heroes, you could have your favorite old-timer. It was a quick, easy way to upgrade your team. Well, I don't know about easy, but it was a quick way to upgrade your team quickly with a bunch of 94s. Now, granted, you had to kind of maybe dump some money into it to get the packs, to get the stuff, to make the golds and the carbons, which is great. I mean, golds, turn the golds into coins. You could turn the golds into a lot of things. Golds were needed for sets. Carbons were needed for sets. It was great. I made a ton of coins this year on simply buying golds for 5K or less quickly at the 59th minute and turning them into carbons and then selling them for a lot more profit. That's how I made a ton of coins this year. I'm really looking forward to 18. I hope you guys are too. This is my first video. Probably won't be my last. Criticize it. Give me some feedback. All good. I'll see you guys in NHL 18.